Welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. I'm Jimmy Lillidahl, the play-by-play voice of the Magic. The Magicians played 2 games at home over the weekend, both against the Minot Minotauros. It was 4 games straight that the Magic had taken on the Taros. Minot starts the scoring early on Friday night. Steve Mather gets the goal. Jack Murphy and Luke Davison get the assists. The Magicians strike back with a couple of goals in the second period. Casey Jerry gets his 13th goal of the season. Joe Nathy and Brady Hepner getting assists. The Magicians added another. The same line pairs up for a goal. Pierce Crawford, Casey Jerry, and John Peterson get an assist as the Magicians led 2-1 after 2 frames. In the third period, unfortunately, Minot kind of takes over the game. Tyler Jansen gets a goal. Christian Mose and Jake Diddle get the assists. About a minute and 30 seconds later, the Taros add another. This time it's Troy Degler, Johnny Walker, and Max Reisinger gets the assist. And the Taros add an empty netter with just 1 second left on the clock as the Magicians pull Will Ulrich. Max Reisinger gets the empty net goal. Jake Diddle gets the assist as the Minot Minotauros best the Magic 4-2 on Friday night at Richfield Ice Arena. Saturday night, same opponent, same place, same time. Magic at the first goal of the game. A beauty, too. Travis Brown rips one top cheddar. 1 minute and 21 seconds in. It's his 7th goal of the season. Pierce Crawford and Brady Hepner get the assist. Minot comes back with a goal of their own. Max Reisinger gets the goal. Jared Brandt and Troy Degler get the assist. About 3 minutes later, the Taros take a 2-1 lead. Austin Martinson gets the goal. Max Metler and Zach Bross get the assist. In the second period, it was just 1 goal. It went to the Magic. John Peterson gets his first goal as a member of the Magicians. Peterson acquired last week from the Janesville Jets. Again, it's a power play goal. Pierce Crawford and Jake Cass get the assist. So the Magic tied it up at 2 as the second period came to a conclusion. In the third period, Minot takes over again. Troy Degler gets the goal. Max Reisinger and Johnny Walker get the assist. About 4 minutes later, it's Johnny Walker, Max Reisinger, and Troy Degler getting the assist. And then Zach Bross scores a shorthanded, empty net goal as the Magicians pulled Will Ulrich for the second night in a row. James LaDuce and Troy Degler get the assist. The Magic strike back with a goal with an empty netter. Jack Christensen gets his 6th goal of the season. This was a power play goal. The Magicians were 2 for 4 on the power play. Kyle Wagner and Johnny Panbika get the assist. The Taros added 1 with 57 seconds left. Johnny Walker gets his 2nd goal and 3rd point of the game. It's a power play goal. It was an empty. The Magicians did have an empty net. Christian Mose and Tyler Jansen get the assists as the Taros best the Magic 6-3 on Saturday night and sweep the Magic. Welcome back to In the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. I'm alongside veteran forward Braxton Collins. Braxton, a tough weekend this past one.
Yeah, you know, anytime we got Minot, I mean, they're a big, strong, tough, physical team. So, I mean, not a whole lot else you can say. I mean, they're coached really well, and they play a really structured game. So, yeah, tough weekend for the boys.
What's practice going to be like this week?
Yesterday, I don't know if you were around or not to see it, but it was a good old-fashioned bagger. The rest of the week's going to be pretty tough, but, I mean, for a good reason. We've been 1-7 since break, so just need to get that work ethic back, get back on track.
A little bit before you played with the Magicians, you were a Wisconsin kid. Talk about where you're from and where you played.
Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's western Wisconsin. I mean, it's for Wisconsin, it's not a bad area for hockey-wise, but you know, growing up in that smaller town, I guess, you know, it gave me a chance to develop my skills and really work on some things to get me to the next level. And there's a lot of good coaches in the area, a lot of good programs, so it was good.
You graduated, I shouldn't say early, maybe you're younger for your grade. You're one of those rare guys that graduates high school and gets 3 years of junior. You still have a year left after this. You're a second-year player, you're a veteran, you're still only a 96th birthday. Talk about your development, you know, just obviously starting with making the club, which was a huge deal. Obviously hundreds of kids trying to get these spots, and then, you know, your progression into your second year here.
Yeah, I know coming out of Wisconsin high school, I was undrafted, not tendered, just kind of made the team out of main camp, and that was huge for my confidence. And then coming in and battling for a spot and playing over 50 games last year was pretty important. And then coming back into this year and having those games under my belt, playoff games and everything, it was huge for this year. And I mean, so far I think the season is going pretty well for myself. I'm planning on coming back for a third year, so we'll see where the rest of the season takes us this year.
Talk about living in Minneapolis. You mentioned you were from, Wisconsin. Now you're in the big city, 4 million people in the Twin Cities, obviously Mall of America, Minneapolis, and a lot of things to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's coming from a town of 60,000 people to the Twin City metro area is a pretty big adjustment. So it's definitely, I like living in the cities. A lot of my extended family is from this area, so it's not a huge change of scenery because I've been around here with my extended family before, but yeah, I definitely like living here.
One of the situations we see you playing in a lot is killing penalties. Guys like you, Pierce Crawford, Brady Hepner's. That's a role that you've really taken on these last couple of years. We see you out there a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I know last year it all started with Coach Upton and giving me a chance to play more of that defensive role, which I wasn't really expected to do. But especially in high school, I was more of an offensive guy. But yeah, I've really grown to take pride and enjoy doing that kind of stuff. So I view it more as a challenge than anything, playing a guy short, and I love it.
You're playing in the most physical league, junior league in the United States. You're not a very tall guy, your physical frame.
Yeah.
What's that been like for you? I mean, there's guys that come down from the USHL and get popped in their first NA shift. It's a very physical league. The guys are typically older than the USHL. How have you been able to adjust to a guy that, you're not the tallest guy?
Yeah, I can thank my parents for that, but yeah, it is a grinder league for sure, and being 5'8", 165 pounds, I mean, it takes a wear and tear on your body, but that's all part of it too. Taking care of your body and learning to recuperate as fast as you can with the back-to-back games every weekend. So, I mean, just kind of. I have battled a little bit of injury problems here and there, but I mean, it's only been for a short period of time. It's not been anything extended. So, yeah, I don't know. Just keeping your head up is the biggest key, I think, at my size.
Jimmy Lillidahl with the call alongside Braxton Collins. You played 2 years with the Magic. Obviously, you've had success. You talked about it. You'll probably be back next year. What are some of the things you want to work on within your game moving forward?
I think just having more confidence and more patience with the puck is going to be huge for my individual development coming up here. And I mean, you can always work on every asset in your game, so that's pretty much what the off season is for. But for me personally, I need to probably gain a few pounds, like you said, to keep up with the wear and tear in this league. So it's going to be a big off season for me coming up.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. A big thanks to Braxton Collins for taking the time and joining me today. This week's wrap-up, somewhat brief. Some good news for the Magic. Pierce Crawford, Kyle Wagner, and Casey Jerry all named to the Top Prospects Tournament in Michigan. This is a huge deal. An opportunity for the best players in the league to showcase their talents in front of every NHL team, every Division I club, every D3 school in the country. This is going to be really huge. And Kyle Wagner, who started the season in the NA3HL, has made it to the NAPHL Prospects. I don't know if a Tier 3 call-up has ever made it that far, so a big congratulations to Kyle Wagner, the St. Francis native. The Magicians will play 2 games this weekend. On the 29th, it's down in Austin at Riverside Arena, about an hour-and-a-half drive from the cities if you want to attend that one. If not, you can check out the game on fasthockey.com. The Magicians will play on Saturday night against the Austin Bruins, the team that they are 1-0 against this season. So 2 games against the Bruins. Saturday is the home game. Secondhand Hounds will be here. There'll be some dogs showcased at the event, as it is Pucks for Paws night on Saturday night. So 2 games against the Austin Bruins. Pierce Crawford, Kyle Wagner, and Casey Jerry, a big congratulations to them as they're off to top prospects in a couple of weeks. That's going to do it for another edition of In the Spotlight with the Magic. So long, everybody.